Hi, I'm Martina. Welcome to Magnetic Clarity. I'm a kinesiologist. I use tarot to explore downloads that will help us cultivate the life we want. Hi, everyone. So I thought I would do a zodiac check-in. Hopefully keeping them short just so that you can get in, get out. And we're just going to touch on all areas of, our human lives, like money, love, career, the basics. But if there is a stronger message that doesn't fall into those sort of titles, then, the message is what the message is. I believe all readings are timeless. So just remember, energy is energy, and take what resonates and leave the rest. Hi, Leo. So you have citrine. Okay, let's see the cards that we have. Leo, I pride myself on being me, whether you like it or not. I can't be there for everyone, but I will give the people I love all I got. Okay. We have whale energy. We have blind spot, peace. We have small intestine, meridian. Why can't you digest that should be nourishing? What can't you digest that should be nourishing? Or are you nurturing yourself in some way? Okay. We have tarot, let's see. Two of Cups. We have Mother of Pentacles. We have Four of Pentacles. We have Seven of Cups. And actually, we have this one, which is the Father. And then we have worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away. I'll run away very quickly. Okay, Leo, I'm just going to tune in your energy with an essential oil. So let's just get an essential oil for Leo. So there is big energies here. You've got the Father energy, whale energy, Mother of Pentacles, peace, worthiness, Two of Cups. Leo, what is happening? Can we have an essential oil for Leo? Rose and chamomile. Okay, so we have gentle calmness provides cooling effects on perceived danger, out of control feeling, unconditional love, sends and surrounds you in pink loving light. So let me just get those oils for you. And 19. Chamomile. Instantly kind of calming for sure. And then we have rose. Rose. Okay, Leo, what I think is I feel like you have been going through for some of you it might be a breakup, but also some of it could be that you've actually started to integrate the masculine and feminine side of you. I feel like you're a natural nurturer, and I feel like in relationships you kind of are the caretaker. I feel like you are the gentle calmness, and I feel like when it's like you have this ability to just keep everything ticking along smoothly. You're able to do all of those things because you care so deeply and compassionately. Like you have so much to give, especially in like a love or romantic relationship. I feel like you are the nurturer of the household. But I feel with the father energy coming into play, I feel like there's been a part of you that has not been in balance, perhaps maybe giving too much away. Because I feel like with the Seven of Cups here, it's kind of left you feeling a little disillusioned or a little bit like you didn't see something coming, and it's kind of made you doubt your worthiness. And I feel like you've been trying to get yourself back on track. There's been part of you where I feel like the cards are calling to you to bring in that masculine energy, the protector energy, protecting you, protecting your energy, and protecting the part of you that over dispenses love, I guess. It's like just bringing that back into balance. I feel like someone has perhaps, if it's romantic, I feel like there could have been a breakup or you didn't see it coming, and they perhaps played a more masculine role in that relationship and maybe held all the cards, but it kind of left you feeling a little bit taken advantage of, maybe taken for granted. I feel like they confused your generosity and loving nature as something that could be dispensable, and it caught you off guard. I think it did disturb your peace. I feel like you're trying to recalibrate that. I feel like you're trying to, it's like the emotions run so deep, you've almost kind of been in the depths of it for a while. And maybe not been looking after yourself. I feel like with the rose energy, it's like maybe it's time to just sort of wrap yourself up in your own ability to love yourself and take care of you. I feel like it's been a hard story for you to digest, but it's been a hard road, but it's actually been for your highest good. I feel like this energy may have been take, and even though you felt blindsided, I feel like it had to happen. There was this part of you that did feel unfulfilled in this story anyway. So yeah, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. I feel like you've been working on that, and I feel like it's like the cat that got the cream now. You're starting to really understand the worthiness of yourself, and as you put yourself back together, you're understanding the finer things in life that do take care of you. So you are picking yourself more often. I guess it's just a little bit of a warning to acknowledge that not only are you the ability for you to hold all of this energy, but be mindful that people can maybe take advantage of it. But also it's a bit more of a warning to you that you don't over dispense it, that when you invite relationships back into your life, that it's equal exchange. And also, I think when you've gone through a big breakup, it can be quite easy to maybe try and replace it too quickly, but the energies are out of balance. It's like you may not have learned the lesson quick enough before you start engaging in another relationship. So just be mindful of that. You don't want to give your energy away too quickly. But what I will say is that I think you know this, but you've got some big energies behind you. So you have integrated more of that masculine energy. Even if it's been in small pieces, you've been holding that olive branch out to yourself to just go, like, you know that you have these out of control feelings. You know that it feels like the depth of despair at times, but you're just recalibrating your energy in small steps, slowly but surely, and you're filling up your cup again. And it's like you're ready to turn all of your cups up and be receptive of what you're worthy of, what you actually deserve. I feel like with your career at work, I feel like you actually have quite a good support system around you. I think your finances are okay. I think you've got more than enough. I feel like you might even have had, with this separation, obviously maybe some splitting of some assets if you were in a long-term relationship, but I feel like it has kind of worked out in your favor, and it's allowed you to probably take more ownership of your own assets on some level. And again, it's recalibrating your worthiness of it. So it's like now you're calling your own shots. You're finding that very grounding and nurturing. And as it's getting more stable, you're not more likely, or you're less likely to allow that to be shaken again. It's like you won't put all of your eggs in the same basket, I want to say, or you're understanding your need to keep some reserves for yourself on some level. But I think the people around you are definitely trying to keep a careful eye on you. They are trying to nurture you back to life again. I feel like they are trying to nourish you, but I feel like there is a point where you have to be doing that nourishing for yourself. It's like, don't take the people around you for granted either. Just monitor that, give and take energy, and that at some point you do have to, not step away from all of the nurturing relationships, but have the power to stand on your own 2 feet. I think that's what the cards are calling you for, is to remember your inner strength, to remember what you're worthy of, and to stand tall in your own light. It's like support teams and tribes are amazing to have, but ultimately we have to do the own work, right? That's how we gain our inner peace. That's how we get the depths of who we are. And that's when we start to learn our worthiness on a bigger and grander scale. So I think this is a healing reading. This is really showing you how you are starting to integrate and take bigger steps towards who you are. And I guess it's giving you a different perspective of life, right? It's like you're balancing this energy of masculine and femininity, where you may have been leaning more on a feminine sort of energy where you were the nurturer, but definitely it's about getting a more masculine power about you, a more integrated whole version of yourself. And unfortunately that comes with usually a big lesson at the time to force us to, strengthen that muscle. But look, I think you're taking it in your stride now. It has been hard. You have had to resurface from, some dark places, but I think you're starting to recalibrate where, north and south is in your emotional well-being. It's not that you don't have those out of control feelings anymore. You do, but you're harnessing and talking yourself down a lot quicker and better than you used to. It's a little bit of a... it smells so good. So let's see what we can clarify, Leo. I think even with the I pride myself on being me, whether you like it or not, I think that's also an energy you want to be bringing in. It's like sometimes it's so easy for us to go with the flow. And for example, if you are starting to date again, and I mean, the big part of a breakup when you do start to venture out again, it can be a very kind of intimidating place, right? You want to know that you have some self-esteem, and sometimes we look at our outside world to reflect that back to us, to see if we are worthy. You know, we might have lost our confidence physically, emotionally, mentally. And so sometimes it's like getting back on that horse, so to speak, to see what's out there. But don't be, like I said in the beginning, don't rush into something that may be just a little bit okay and a little bit adequate. Just be mindful of your choices, because you do have a tendency to go with the flow a little too much when out of balance, and you might find yourself repeating a little bit of those old bad behaviors that may look like nothing now, but it's kind of like drip feed, and then suddenly, you know, 6 months from now, you're like, oh my God, how did I get back here? How have I given my power away? So just be mindful of those small decisions you make when you're back on the dating scene. Remember what you like. Remember what you love. There's actually, this reminds me of a story. Actually, there's a friend of mine who's back on the dating scene, and he's been dating someone who is vegan, right? No hate on vegans, but he's not a vegan. So anyway, for the last 2 months of this newly budding romance, they've only been going to vegan restaurants and he's hating every minute of it. But those are the small little things you do in the beginning, thinking it's okay, just go with the flow. But then suddenly you're like, hang on a minute. Where's the equal exchange? You know, why can't we just go to a meat-eating restaurant? And then, you know, nowadays the vegan options are very broad and vast, but it's a small scenario. But like, if you just keep going with the flow, you could wake up losing all of your, you know, decisions and some of those unconscious attitudes. What is it that Leo needs to be mindful of going forward? Yeah, I mean, the Empress energy, right? It's very nurturing, but it's also allowing the worthiness that you hold for yourself. It's allowing people to come to your energy, but it's not necessarily you out chasing it. It's like, be careful and project what you're actually trying to get in this world, because you want to forge a new path from a previous hard work strategy. You don't want to repeat the cycle again. You don't want it to be so heavy. You want to be able to join the union or this new dating world or this new relationship that you're trying to manifest, and have it be abundant and in balance. You know, it shouldn't be struggle town, right? And it shouldn't be giving yourself away piece by piece before you realize that you're like, oh my God, here we go again. It's keeping your cups full, right? Remembering the parts of you that are important. You really have to keep nurturing it. What has the biggest lesson that Leo has learned in this period? What is the biggest? Oh, that's a lot of cards. Oh, let's see. Okay, we'll take them. Yeah. You have been in a healing phase, right? You have actually had to restore your energy, because that has been heavy energy. It's been a battle. You've had no choice but to hibernate and go back into your cocoon. But guess what? You've been rebuilding and you're ready to start afresh. You're starting to, you know, take a step forward. You're ready to see what's out there. It's just that little bit of, you know, it can be a blind spot because it can be scary. So you don't want to like drain it in fear. But it's also, again, just be mindful of what you've learned in the past. And, you know, so it's not like you want to block your decisions to do it, but just be mindful of the decisions you're making to propel this road forward. Yeah, but the Hangman, seeing it from a different perspective, might just lead you to all the things that you've been looking for, and a much more abundant, nurtured. Maybe it's time for you to find a nurturing figure, instead of being the nurturer. Maybe that's when it gives you the permission to dispense it without fear of being taken advantage of. Because when you kind of meet someone on your equal match, especially with the Two of Cups, that's what we're kind of aiming for. It's like when you meet your match, no one takes advantage of the other. It's being able to be vulnerable and mindful, but it's that, no one's going to take each other for granted. I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but it's very grounded energy. You can be the caretaker of each other. Is there anything else that Leo might need to know in his blind spot or their blind spot? Seven of Swords in the World card. Yeah, I guess it's like, just be mindful of old lessons that where you might sabotage yourself, or where people may take advantage or, betray you. It's just that you kind of had to learn a big lesson. So I feel like you have completed it and it's the start of a new version. But I guess it's that when you do pay that forward, try and I guess it's like keeping one eye on the road, but also don't drain it in fear either. It's like, just be mindful, but don't throw caution to the wind either. It's like you've had to learn that big lesson for a reason. And I think that's all I have for you, Leo. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks a million.